Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this Thursday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, sports, and so much more. I am Glenora Shipura. Getting into the news tonight, the remains of the late founding president of Namibia, Dr. Sam Shafishuna Nujoma, arrived in his hometown of Etunda this afternoon in Omusati region, the first of 7 regions where his body will lay in state, and a regional memorial service will be held in remembrance of the founding father. Nuyoma's remains were received at Andimba Twebo Yatwebo Airport by family, friends, and dignitaries, including former President Hifikepunye Pohamba and Vice President Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah. These are some of the sights from the procession on their way to Etunda in Omusati region. Namibia's founding president, Sam Nujoma, died on the 8th of February in Windhoek, Namibia, at the age of 95. Nujoma, a politician and anti-apartheid activist, served as the first president of Namibia from 1990 to 2005. In our next story, the Landless People's Movement, initially listed as an opponent by the Independent Patriots for Change in its case challenging alleged election irregularities, is now requesting the court's permission to switch sides and join IPC as a co-applicant. LPM filed a joinder request yesterday in the Windhoek High Court acknowledging irregularities in the 2024 presidential and National Assembly elections, but insisting on challenging them on their own terms. Instead, the application argues that President Nangolo Mbumba and the Electoral Commission of Namibia unlawfully extended the elections. Instead, the application argues that President Nangolo Mbumba and the Electoral Commission of Namibia unlawfully extended the election. SWAPO has opposed LPM's request, arguing that the application is not distinct from IPC's. The request contradicts court procedural rules, Rule 5 of 8, which requires a respondent to file a notice of opposition. The jointer request states, now it's up to the court to decide whether LPM's attempt to join as a co-applicant is legally valid based on their direct interest in the case. The matter was in court yesterday for status hearing. Moving on to our next story, editor of Namibia Fact Check Frederico Links says it is wrong for political leaders 35 years after independence to lack basic education, saying that it is a high time for an academic prerequisite to be established for aspiring politicians to hold office. Political parties are also urged to call for aspiring leaders to invest in getting educated. Links made the comments this week in an interview with Namibian Sun, where he explained that the world has evolved in terms of having leaders who can only read and write but lack the ability to comprehend complex development matters, which requires a good understanding of technology. Politicians are also required to make decisions on budgets at local, regional, and national level. Hence, the argument by some sources that they should be able to have a certain level of understanding of how money works and make informed decisions. Political commentators, including Links, argue that government does invest money in educating the Namibian child. Universities and other institutions do provide course as well as the elderly literacy program. Hence, politicians should make use of those opportunities. That concludes our top stories. On the other side of the break, we take a look at our entertainment news.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just $300 Namibian a month, and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit Paratus.africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Getting into our entertainment news, starting off on a rather sad note, Malian film director Solomane Cissé, one of the pioneers of African cinema, has died aged 84. His daughter Miriam Cissé confirmed his death at a clinic in the capital Bamako, expressing shock and mourning the loss of a man who dedicated his life to film and art. The cause of his death has not been announced. Cissé gained international recognition in 1987 when his film Yelin the Light won the jury prize at the Cannes Film Festival, making him the first filmmaker from sub-Saharan Africa to win an award at the prestigious festival. His trailblazing career spent more than 50 years, winning many accolades along the way. In 2023, Cissé was honored by Cannes with a Carrosse d'Or award, usually given to directors who have marked the history of cinema with their boldness, their exacting standards, and their intransigence in staging. Cissé was also a double winner of the grand prize at the biannual Pan-African Film Festival, FESPACO. At the time of his death, he had been due to travel to Burkina Faso to preside over the jury of the festival, which opens on Saturday. Tributes have been pouring in for Cissé for his dedication to African storytelling. Mali's culture minister Mamou Daffé lamented the loss of this monument of African cinema, while fellow Malian director Boubacar Sidibe said the country's film industry was in mourning. The National Theatre of Namibia, NTN, has announced the rescheduling of the Blended Voices, a Namibian choral celebration now set to take place on Saturday, the 26th of April, moving from the original date of Saturday, the 29th of March. This decision has been made to ensure that all participating choirs are given ample time to audition and fully showcase their talent. The extended timeline will also provide more opportunities for event promotion, allowing NTN to reach a wider audience. Auditions for the competition are now open to all choirs across Namibia, with a new submission deadline of Wednesday, the 26th of February. Choirs competing in the Blended Voices concert stand a chance to win a grand prize of $50,000 Namibian, adding an exciting incentive to showcase their talent and passion for music. Read a press release by NTN. On the other side of the break, we take a look at our story of the day.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just $300 Namibian a month and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit Paratus.Africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Getting into our story of the day, today the Mayoral Residents Relief Trust Fund of the City of Windhoek, led by the Mayor Deshiha Fela Laranja, donated over 150 food parcels worth $100,000 million to families affected by the recent flash floods. Each parcel includes essential food items such as sugar, cooking oil, canned fish, maize meal, rice and macaroni to help ease the burden of those in need. Tausi Shishombo, chairperson of the Mayoral Residents Relief Trust Fund of the City of Windhoek, encouraged more stakeholders to get on board. Let's take a look.
I'm Tausi Shishombo, chairperson of the Mayoral Residents Relief Trust Fund of City of Windhoek. We are here in the outskirts of Windhoek to come and donate food parcels for the residents of Windhoek that were flooded in Chomwisa and relocated. We bought 158 parcels worth 100,000. Hence, we're really appealing to a lot of stakeholders to engage in donating to the fund so that we can help more residents. And we're not only going to give the food, we actually figure out to say, once you relocate a person that does not have access to the shops, we at least gotta put food on their table, but then we will come back with other, to come and meet some of their other needs, which is daycare that they've asked for, some of them that they asked for, and then they also ask for nail technicians, at least a bit of training. Some of them want to do hair so that they can at least be self-sustainable in the long run. So it's a very important cause, and everybody who wants to jump on the wagon, I think it's very important that we show love and be able to donate and help the needy at all costs.
That video was contributed by Aurelia Afrikaner. Moving on, Erongo Governor Neville Andre on Wednesday announced a series of regional events and gestures to honor the late founding president. We get into this on the other side of the break in our community talk.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just 300 Namibian dollars a month and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit Paratus.Africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared. Paratus.
In our community talk, Erongo Governor Neville Andre on Wednesday announced a series of regional events and gestures to honor the late founding president, Dr. Sam Nujoma. The announcement followed an extensive morning meeting where officials and stakeholders deliberated on a plan of action for the commemorations. Among the key events, the official Erongo Regional Memorial is set to take place in Walvis Bay on Tuesday, the 25th of February at the Cape Moon Football Stadium. The governor also signed a book of remembrance in tribute to Nujoma, which is now open at his office. The following video is courtesy of Adam Hartman. Let's take a look.
The Erongo region will host a regional memorial service on Tuesday, 25th February 2025 in Walvis Bay at Cape Moon Stadium starting at 2 o'clock afternoon. The body of our beloved founding president will arrive at the Walvis Bay International Airport on the 25th February 2025, and we urge all residents to be at the stadium to pay their last respect. Dr. Sam Nujoma was not just a leader, he was the embodiment of our struggle for freedom and the architect of our nation's independence. Let us come together as a region and as a nation to celebrate his life, honor his legacy, and ensure that his vision for a united and prosperous Namibia lives on. And this, we thought it would be a befitting style to send off our beloved founding president, who was also a resident of this region, as I said, in Henties Bay and also in Walvis Bay. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Moving on to our economic news, Namibia is in a trade surplus with the EU. We'll expand on this after the break.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just 300 Namibian dollars a month and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit Paratus.Africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Getting into our economic news, Namibia continues to enjoy a trade surplus with the European Union, with exports reaching nearly 5.5 billion US dollars in 2023, according to economist Robin Sherborne. The country has exported more to the EU than it has imported since 2004, ensuring economic stability. While Namibia imports high-value goods like machinery and vehicles, its exports of diamonds and uranium keep the trade balance in its favor. The EU has also become a key import partner, reducing Namibia's reliance on South Africa. In 2023, Germany, the Netherlands, Italy, and Spain accounted for 75% of Namibia's EU imports. However, Sherborne warns that Namibia's dependence on raw materials make it vulnerable to global price shifts and economic changes. He suggests focusing on business-friendly policies to attract investment and drive long-term job creation. Despite these challenges, the Namibia-EU trade relationship remains strong with room for further growth. Let's now take a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.21, against the euro at 19.23, against the US dollar at 18.40. 2 Namibian dollars and 54 cents gets you 1 Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, all major commodities went up, with Brent crude oil trading at 0.57%, going for 76 US dollars and 78 cents per barrel. In our international news, a British-Egyptian team has discovered the tomb of Pharaoh Thutmose II. We expand on this after the break.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just 300 Namibian dollars a month, and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit Paratus.Africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Getting into our international news, a British-Egyptian team has discovered the tomb of Pharaoh Thutmose II, the first royal tomb found in over a century, located in the western valley of the Theban necropolis near Lakshar. The burial site was a surprise, as researchers previously believed early 18th dynasty royal tombs were closer to the Valley of the Kings. Inside the chamber, archaeologists uncovered a blue-painted ceiling with yellow stars, a design reserved only for pharaohs. Field Director Dr. Piers Litherland described the moment as overwhelming, saying he was overcome with emotion upon realizing the significance of the find. The tomb, however, was empty. Researchers believe it was deliberately cleared after being flooded a few years after the burial. The team found fragments of alabaster jars with the names of Thutmose II and Queen Hatshepsut, confirming the tomb's owner. These are the first objects ever discovered from Thutmose II's burial. The discovery also solves a long-standing mystery about the location of early 18th dynasty pharaohs' tombs. The structure's grand staircase and large dissenting corridor suggest the tomb was once magnificent. Now archaeologists are searching for a second tomb, which they believe could still be intact. If found, it may reveal long-lost treasures and further insights into ancient Egypt's royal burials. That concludes our international news. We'll be taking a look at our weather predictions. The capital city can expect a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius with sunny weather conditions, while Katima Mulilo can expect some showers with a minimum of 20 and a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius. Oshakati can expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 22 and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. Omaruru can expect a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius with sunny weather conditions. Hendy's Bay can expect a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius with sunny weather conditions. Arians Flay can expect some rain with a minimum of 20 and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. Rehoboth can expect sunny weather conditions with a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius, while Walvis Bay can also enjoy some sunny weather with a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius. We now take a look at the world of sports, courtesy of Sports Wrap.
My name is Ashwin Bedi and this is Sport Wrap for Sunset News. The Namibia Sports Commission made waves today by hosting a high-profile stakeholder engagement with the media and sports federations, all united in their mission to elevate Namibian sport to new heights. It was held at the iconic Roof of Africa in Windhoek. The event sparked crucial discussions on strengthening the relationship between media and federations, as well as boosting support for the country. In a major win for Namibian volleyball, the Namibian Volleyball Federation secured a whopping 460,000 Namibian dollar sponsorship from Bank Windhoek. This generous contribution is part of a decade-long partnership aimed at growing the sport and creating more opportunities for youth to get involved. NVF Vice President Lina Mateus emphasized that the sponsorship will play a pivotal role in grassroots development, ensuring the sport reaches even more aspiring athletes across the nation. And AAN's Target Archery Club added a dash of romance to the sporting scene with its Valentine shoot in Swakopmund. The event served as a warm-up for the upcoming Southern African Regional Championships and World Game Trials, scheduled for 4 to 6 April at Marks Park Sports Club in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now, archers showcased their precision in a double world archery 720 round, a WA indoor round, and elimination rounds. Stand-up performers Babette Talyard and Jacqueline Katzea achieved national qualifying scores, earning their national colors and securing their spots to represent Namibia at the regional championships. That has been the sports news.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. It is a Champions League, UEFA Champions League big game that was played, and it was the biggest game was Real Madrid, and they beat Manchester City by 3-1. That was a home game for Real Madrid, and that gave them an aggregate win of 6-3 over the two legs, and they through to the last 16. So Manchester City out of the Champions League for this season. It was Kylian Mbappe. He scored 3 times for Manchester, or for Real Madrid rather, and he scored in the 4th minute already, and then also in the 33rd minute and in the 61st minute, and it was a consolation goal in the 92nd minute for Manchester City. Other results was Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund. They beat Sporting Lisbon by 3-0 for aggregate, or they've got an aggregate of 3-0 after a 0-all draw. Dortmund through to the last 16. Then PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, they beat Brest comfortably. A big score, 7-0. Aggregate there was 10-0. So PSG also through. And then PSG Eindhoven, they beat Juventus in a very exciting game by 3-1. That was what was needed, because they had an aggregate win of 4-3 to go through to the last 16. Also a game played in the English Premier League, important game it was for the lot leaders. It was Liverpool that travelled to Aston Villa. They dropped points because the game ended by 2-all in when the final whistle blew, and that means that Liverpool's got 61 league points after 26 games. They've played one more than Arsenal on 25 games for 53 points. So Arsenal very close to them now, and if Arsenal can win the next game against West Ham at home, they will be just 5 points in it. And Liverpool, a tough assignment for them on Sunday. They play Manchester City away, so that is not all difficult assignments for Liverpool at the moment. On to tennis news. It is Dubai Tennis Championship on the women's calendar. Aryna Sabalenka, she's out of the tournament. The first seed lost to Clara Thyssen of Denmark. And then number 2 seed, it's Iga Swiatek. She's safely through. She beat Daria Jestrenska by 7-5 and 6-love. On the men's side of tennis, it's the Qatar Open, and then Matteo Berrettini of Italy continuing his good form. He beat Novak Djokovic earlier, and he beat Dylan Griekspoor as well, and he's through to the next round. And then also Carlos Alcaraz, number 1 seed, beating Luca Nardi in 3 sets. Then to close off today's international sports news, it's rugby news. The Six Nations continue this coming weekend. One of the games, Ireland, that will play against Wales, and there's a few changes in the team, and there's a new captain. It will be the hooker Dan Sheehan that will be the captain for Ireland this Saturday. First time he will captain the country, and he becomes the 111th men's player to captain Ireland on the rugby field. It's the normal captain, that's regular captain. It's Keelan Doris. He's out with a knee injury, and he's replaced by Jack Conan in the run on 15. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day. We talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
That was Ashwin Berry and Ari Hochad with this sports news. And on that note, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Don't forget that you can catch Sunset News next week, same time, same place. From me, Glenora Shipura. Until next time.